Boom, here we go. What up, man? It's your man, Big Cell FHOHNIC, man. I'm in the building with a very special guest. This cat here, man, has so many different facets of the Atlanta motorcycle set. We're going to ask him a whole bunch of questions and see if we can get some answers. For some of the stuff so a lot of y'all be wanting to ask, can't ask. Well, you already know how I'm going to get it, man. You already know Big Cell going to ask him, and we're gonna bring it to him and do what we do. So y'all stay tuned. I'm going to let him introduce himself, and then we're going to get right into it. Y'all hit the like button, man. Let me know y'all watching. As I keep telling y'all, these white folks is giving me stuff. If y'all don't use it, they going to take it. Give it to somebody else. And I needs mine. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let me let him set it up. Hold on one second. Okay. It is saying that the network is a little bit flimsy, but we're going to work that out past that. Okay. Now, all of a sudden, all these technical difficulties. But I'm live, so y'all got to work with me, man. If y'all want me to do better, give me some better shit. Anyway, let me get over here. Matter of fact, I can sit right here. I'm going to exercise. The only time I'm going to sit on it anyway. All right, man. This is my man. Going to introduce yourself.
How's it going out there? This big dog, founder, national president of Front Runners Motorcycle Club, ATL.
Yeah. Founder. You heard that, founder? Front Runners Motorcycle Club. Okay. First things first, man. How long you been on the set?
Oh, man. Club-wise, 13 years counting, but in reference to riding, just meeting people, approximately about 15, 17 years.
13 years in Atlanta?
Yeah.
How in the hell
13
did
years
you do
in
it?
Atlanta.
So, let's talk about the changes. What have you seen change
Oh, wow.
from 13 years ago to now?
You're not joking. Changed in reference to the older we get, the more. First thing I say is just the bikes.
Okay.
I can remember going to parties and there was nothing but sports bikes.
Okay.
And me, I know how people ride sports bikes. And I was talking to someone about that last night. But now you see cruisers.
Okay.
Of course, the majority are Harleys, but you see a lot of Victories now. You see Yamahas, you see Hondas, you see Kawasaki's. They're out there, and people want to ride. So I think the age bracket of where we started, we're seeing things a little bit different. And if you go back,
Well, let's cut you off. Why would the age? Would it be the age, or would it be the fact that, like, for example, 13 years ago, sports bikes was it? Could it be economics? Could it be that was more economical back then, or?
they were, and Harleys wasn't the first thing you seen. When you seen biker boys, you seen sports bikes.
Okay.
That's what you saw.
Yeah.
Okay, but then you had the older heads who was cool.
Okay.
Who was trying to teach people, tell them what to do, what not to do. But of course, you got them that's not going to pay attention, and they're going to do what they want to do.
Okay.
And I think we'll get to that age, and then you get into people who've been out there, 10 plus years. They want to ride. They just don't want to, they just don't want to be local anymore. They want to get out and venture the world. They want to see what the world has to offer them and visit some of these nice parks, visit some of these nice states, and some of the nice cities that they have in America.
You talking about that's the generation now?
That's the generation that has gotten older.
That has gotten older.
Older.
So you're saying the Yonder movement actually came from the younger generation who is now, who've done all of the teeny bopper stuff. Now they're looking for more stuff. Well, I mean,
hang around Atlanta. I know you travel.
Yeah. Well, my first ride ever on a Harley Davidson was from California to Atlanta.
Exactly.
I didn't even know that.
On a what?
On a Harley.
What'd you start at?
On a sports bike. A moped.
That it is.
A moped.
That part.
Then I wrecked that and got a sports bike.
There you go.
And then realized I didn't like that.
There you go. So that's where we're going.
Now, I'm going to tell you this, what I do miss is Frozen Palace. Let's talk about Frozen Palace.
What about Barnacles?
Okay, well, see, I don't know Barnacles.
Bam.
See, when I came, Frozen Palace was still...
Oh, yeah.
Was still ruling.
Still the ruler.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about Barnacles. Barnacles, that was out here, right?
That was out here. That was out right at Lithonia, right there off of Turner Hill, right there at Stonecrest Mall.
So between Barnacles and Frozen Palace, that was it.
Well, let me give you the difference with me.
Okay.
Well, bigger guys.
Okay.
Barnacles had the better food.
Okay.
What's called had the better entertainment.
Okay.
Because it came from that area where on the west side and the hood, the east out there at Old National and that whole 9 yards. So everybody flocked there on Sundays.
Okay.
If you wasn't there on Sundays, it's like John Peake say right now, 5-0.
Yeah.
You gonna miss something?
Yeah.
You miss something on that Sunday.
Okay. And that was at Frozen.
That was at Frozen.
But Barnacles was with the more mature
Barnacle was more, and you had more bikers.
Okay.
So everybody flocked out there to bunk.
I'm glad you said that word. What's the definition of biker for you?
To me,
Yeah.
now you asking me
Your definition. You give me big dog.
someone who ride their bike,
Okay.
someone who support the motorcycle set from here to yonder,
Okay.
and someone who's respectful to the people who they surround.
Sell, homie. Sell. When I'm talking shit, that's exactly what I'm doing. Just
Absolutely.
Talking shit. I don't know you. I don't even know your riding history or your riding preference or when you ride or don't ride. I don't know that.
Got you.
So when I see you, you been right. You ain't I mean, you know. So that's just me. But that's been one of the biggest debates, man, that I've ran into, as far as to what is riding. You know, how can anybody define or categorize? What do you call a sufficient amount of time to be considered riding? Is it a certain amount of time that you have to sit in the seat? Is it
Well, you got some younger people. I'm gonna give an example. My wife has not been riding as long as me.
okay?
Warrior Prince has not been riding as long as her.
Mm-hmm.
But when you talking about ladies within our organization, we got quite a few ladies that ride.
Okay.
But those two want to get out there and go.
Okay.
They don't like to sit still. They like the Atlanta set, but once a week is good for them, not 3-4 days.
I got
You know, we get on the set and we see the same person 4 nights in a row and we hug them like we ain't seen them in 3
real
weeks.
boring. Let me
And-
tell you something. I love y'all. Truly, I do. But seeing you every week, I'm just not gonna be able to do it. That's why I don't even do the local bike set. It's no disrespect to nobody or nobody to be saying so and so over here on Tuesdays, so and so on Wednesdays. Yeah, I'm done with that. Me personally, for me, every dollar counts. You feel what I'm saying? Because I've taken trips with just the minimum, but I took the trip. You feel what I'm saying? I had a ball.
Absolutely.
So for me to go out there on a Tuesday night and mess off $30, to go back on Wednesday mess off $20, to go, that's $60-$70. That's yonder to me. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is to me. And again, I love my people here in Atlanta. I support the ones that I support and vice versa. But for me, the local scene, I've been there and done that. And it's about that. Let's talk about the transition from sports bikes to Harley. For you to watch that. And how long did it take you to say, hey, this is what I got to do?
Well, and that goes back again in 2009. That's when I had, well, it wasn't 2009, but I was injured.
Okay.
So I couldn't ride my Kawasaki to South Florida down to Fort Lauderdale, which was a crotch track.
Okay.
So wife wasn't going, so I borrowed her bike, which
What
was
did
the
she
same
have?
one, the same one,
Okay.
Kawasaki.
Okay.
And I noticed I can drink Mountain Dew,
Mm.
I can spit sunflower seeds, and ride at the same time. So right there, I'm like, I got to get me something. I like this.
Yeah.
So in March of 2010, we talked about it.
We talking about now, what, 9 years on the set? 11 years on the set?
Oh yeah, at least at that time, 7 years.
7 years on the set? Yeah. Okay.
And we talked about it, and I'm at work.
Yeah.
I'm working my little side gig. I'm at work. Calling me for. Hey Eric, this such and such over here at Stone Mountain Harley Davidson. Like, yeah. Because, you know, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I haven't been to you.
Yeah,
When you called me.
yeah.
Your wife came in here and all I need you to do is come here and sign a paper. I said, well, this is this was Thursday night.
Yeah.
I said, I got people coming in town Friday and Saturday. And they're coming for our event. It was our old school party at the time.
Okay.
And I said, well, I can make some time from 8 to 10 because we're doing a ride to support some kids out of school on Saturday. You notice what I did? That was priority.
Mm-hmm.
I made sure I was going to be there to go to support those kids.
I got you.
If I had to wait to do whatever I needed to do, I got a
Plus,
bike.
you came in, you wasn't missing it no way.
I got a bike.
Yeah. So
I can ride.
Yeah.
So we go, and next thing you know, she already set everything up. I do a side and dotted line. I ride out hard. I show up at the hotel. They're like, what in the world? You know, they shocked.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to see is, what was it? I mean, besides riding her bike and getting that feeling of being able to do other stuff instead of concentrating on the road on the sports bike, you said you wanted one. After that, you wanted one. But what was it? Did it as a person? Was it the feeling better or safety? Did you feel safer?
Safer. The respect from cars.
Okay.
being able to like get that yonder
Yeah.
and go places. I rode to Fort Lauderdale. That was my first long ride.
On a Harley?
Yeah, it was her cruiser.
Okay.
I rode there, and after that, I wanted to go.
Yeah.
So after that,
And that's what I tell people too.
I've taken some pretty
once
good
you
trips.
get out yonder, you
don't get on a Harley unless you're ready to convert to a Harley.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Just that simple.
Man, I'm gonna put you on mine because I'm trying to get you off that bullshit before you kill yourself. You know what I'm talking about? Now,
Don't do it.
So we're talking about barnacles. We're talking about Frozen Palace.
Okay.
Those are Atlanta. What would you call them?
Legendary
Historical landmarks.
Yeah. Landmark for bikers.
But Barnacles has been closed ever since.
Barnacles been closed since 2000.
Nobody even bought the building or nothing.
2010.
The building's still vacant and everything.
Probably 2008, 2009.
And then they tore Frozen Palace down and put a drugstore right there. But
CBS.
that's still, when you go by that corner, though, you just...
Yeah, you always look.
You go look at that.
And you start smiling. I remember that spot.
So, yeah, but I could just imagine, man. What about, was it racism and all that back then? I mean, the South was the South.
The South is the South. That Barnacles was owned by some white guys.
Okay.
One of them was athlete.
Okay.
But no calling any names on him. But it was an athlete. Frozen Palace was black owned.
Okay.
So it was a mixture. But Barnacles right there at Stonecrest was 98% black.
Okay.
98% black. So the manager was in there. The managers was black.
So let's just say back then, riding period, was there any racism?
Me coming from my background, I don't look at racism. And I don't look at particular areas because I'm smart enough not to go to particular areas.
Okay.
If I know that, why am I going here at 12 o'clock at night and I don't have no reason to be there?
I got you.
If I'm going somewhere, if I'm coming to your address telling you this is where I'm going.
Yeah.
So then it's checked and it's verified. So that's going to take away from that. So I always tell everybody, don't go somewhere if you don't have no idea where you're going.
Okay.
If you're traveling, hey, I'm going to California. I know this is the quickest route to get there, and that's why I'm coming through your city.
Okay.
Outside of that, I have no reason here. You won't see me until I'm coming back. Go back home. Bottom line.
So as far as the South, being in the South, being on a motorcycle set, when you guys saw Biker Boys, was that amazing to y'all? Was that like whoa, or were you guys living the Biker Boys life at the time?
Once again, it was more of unity to me.
Okay.
I saw them hanging together, and that's one of the visions that I have.
Okay.
I would like to see Atlanta. To me, you from Cali.
Okay.
So you understand a little bit about Cali world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I've been to Cali, but I never went and got engaged into the motorcycle set.
Okay.
But Cali is in Atlanta now.
Yeah.
Full-fledged.
Okay.
To me, Atlanta is the motorcycle capital.
Okay. And why do you say that?
Because of people like yourself, Snowman, Dirty has joined the grade.
Yeah.
He's joined that group. Some other riders, Smoke, that got on the road and start riding.
We definitely bridged the gap. We done made the gap smaller.
Yeah, you bridged that gap. I want to be in that gap. When I heard y'all talking about getting patches and stuff,
I
called Smiley.
Yeah. I remember, yeah.
I'm getting that 20. I'm getting that 24 state.
Getting that 24?
I'm getting that 1,000 miles in one day.
Yeah.
Because those are things that I want to fulfill.
Now, let me ask you this. I'm glad you brought that up, too, because a lot of times, man, when I talk to people, it's not really necessary, man. I mean, you just showing out. I'm like, dude, I'm a part of it. That's the cold part, is I actually love it. And I'm a part of it, and my thing of it is I want to be able to make a mark, to leave a mark, to be a mark. When you talk about the Atlanta motorcycle, especially this year, like I said, last year, man, was so bumpy for me. Just trying to learn how to keep friends and to keep peace and to keep whatever. And again, understand this. I'm one of the straightforward cats. I'm not perfect. Trust me, I'm not. But one thing about Sale is this: is you can talk to me about anything. If I'm fucking up, hey, come here, let me holler at you. Straighten up, get right. And I'm gonna listen to you and I'm gonna take it in because I'm not. For me, I was raised that you can learn a lot from a dummy.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? So even if he's talking, all you gotta do is listen. Take what you need. The rest of it, throw it away.
Throw it away.
So that's one thing I learned. So this year, what I called myself doing was saying, okay, Sal. First off, understand this. Everybody don't think like you think.
Absolutely.
Everybody wasn't raised like you raised. Both parents, uniform,
Everybody
humanity.
different.
So I had to understand that because at first I didn't. I thought, what you mean? You supposed to know this. But they don't.
You're supposed to try to learn.
Yeah. So, but it is what it is. So just getting back to this year. So that's my thing this year. This year's when you talk about the motorcycle set, I just pray, man, and I ask God every day, let my name be a part of the history.
And it will be. But you know what I always tell everybody?
What?
And I read this book back in the 90s. And yeah, I do read, by the way. But I read this book.
Fundamental.
But by me reading this book, I looked at it. What is the biggest room in the world? $100, you don't know.
What is the biggest room in the world?
Biggest room in the world.
The biggest room in the world is that black folks don't read.
No.
No? If you put it in a book, they won't read it?
Check this out. Room for improvement.
You said, what is the biggest room or rumor?
Room.
Oh, I thought you said rumor. Mm-mm. Oh no, the biggest room is I can dig that.
You can feel that?
I can dig that.
Every day, we as people, not as black, not as white, not as Chinese, Korean, Arabic, Asian, whatever, we supposed to go through life every day trying to better ourselves.
Humanity.
And if we do that, we're gonna get better. If you see a quarterback, who you think is one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now? Just right now.
I mean, Eric, you got people that's gonna have their opinion. Me personally, I'm gonna say my man, Tony Romo.
Okay, that is. Did you hear that? Did you hear that right there? I need to go get the cat. Head out the track.
They already know.
They already know.
Okay. They already know everybody.
Have Tony Romo throw an interception?
Yes.
What is an interception? It's a mistake. You show me somebody that haven't made a mistake. The next game he come back, he flawless.
Yeah.
So he tried to improve. He's got to be creative. If you're not creative on that football field, you don't take opportunities.
You got to take chances. You got to stick
your
neck out there sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got to.
I mean, but for me, and even for you, for all of us, when I first came here, man, when I first moved to Atlanta, coming from Compton, California, the West Coast, it's the biggest thing about the West Coast and the South. The South is laid back. The West is
up and going.
It's popping. It's moving. You got to be at the speed of light. In the South, take your time, homeboy, with you in a rush, folks. Chill. It's the same thing, though.
Yeah.
They'll kill you slow in the South, and you get killed fast in the West.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, but for me, man, the motorcycle set has been amazing. When I tell you it's been amazing. So, one of the things, like I said, with everything I've been going through, my dad told me, he said, son, you know you're in love with it, deal with it, take the good and get rid of the bad. So, front runners. What made you start front runners? First of all, let's talk about front runners. Okay. Where did the name come from?
Good question. When we sat in a room down in the basement back in 2003, we had ladies upstairs, guys downstairs. Ladies upstairs doing their thing, getting some dinner and stuff ready for us.
So this was to form a motorcycle club?
This was to discuss it and see.
Okay, so let me start. So before this actual meeting, what was it that said, okay, we want to start a club?
Myself and my co-workers from law enforcement.
Okay.
Mostly it was me, Dave Brown, Kevin Moore, Jonathan, Taz. All of us would go to Myrtle Beach. We went to Myrtle Beach like 11 years in a row.
Okay.
We would go to Myrtle Beach. We say, man, but then we would come home. We would go out because all of us was law enforcement. So we would go out into the community and we saw so many people who need assistance and needed help and this and this. Can you help me get this? All right, yeah, I'm going to get this person this. Sure, I got you. Boom, no problem. No big deal. So we shared.
Okay.
We shared the things that we need to get done. So by sharing the things that we needed to get done and going to Myrtle Beach, we came and said, hey, man, let's start a community. Let's start a community motorcycle club.
Yeah.
That's going to be respected on the set. That's going to have a lot of things that we can give back to our community. Let's become a non-profit organization because we're not in this business to try to make money.
Okay.
Let's set our goals and our things up front, set our mission, set our vision. And from that point, we got in touch with a couple more people.
Okay.
From that point, we decided to come together and we sat down and that's when we came to the basement and we started looking at names.
So what was it about? Why a motorcycle club?
Why a motorcycle club?
Yeah.
Because those are things that we love to do. We like to ride.
So all of you guys already had similar interests in riding?
All of us rode.
All of y'all rode?
Matter of fact, all of them rode before I did.
Okay.
All of them was riding when I got to Atlanta in the 90s. Yeah. When I got to Atlanta in the 90s, they was already riding. And we was at South Precinct.
Hold on one second. I'm trying to set it up, sis. I was gonna go on Facebook with this one just to let everybody know, but I might have to. This is what we're gonna do. Hold on. Let me pause this real quick. Just hold that right there. I got a trick for you, see, because you like to be difficult sometimes. So check this out. Yeah, that part right there. Since I can't get you to stand up that way, boom, there you go. Now I want to go more than that. Okay, so we got real problems. Hold on. We live, so y'all got to deal with all the cameraman issues and all that, so, okay. But when I put some pressure on it, that's when it trips out. Hold on one second. Give me something. That ain't gonna work either. Once the back get on it, that's when it starts tripping.
Let's get the table back.
No. This pillow. Y'all hold on. Okay. I need something heavy. What I got? I'm gonna kick my butt. I'm taking her plants and everything.
Trying to get it righteous.
There we go. Boom. Now that'll work right there. So on this one we can go, and on this one we can go in here. Okay. We left off at what made you start the front runners and where did it originally come from.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You were saying that because you guys gave back to the community and were doing stuff, you came up with that.
Mm-hmm.
So the name Front Runners came from.
Well, actually, we was gonna go with True Riders.
Okay.
But that goes where I tell the clubs now that a lot of clubs don't do. They don't do homework.
So True Riders was in existence before you?
True Riders was in Columbus.
Whoa.
True Riders was in Columbus. So we were like, oh, well, we have to come with them or we can't start that.
Yeah.
So then we looked at Front Runners. But we looked at Front Runners with an S.
Okay.
And when we looked at Front Runners with an S, it came back to an all-male, gay-oriented running club, jogging club. So then we switched it with a Z. And motorcycle affiliated, not jogging affiliated, made it the biggest difference. So that's when we went with Front Runners with a Z.
What was the decision to make you go co-ed?
The decision to make go co-ed, those guys that had been talking and was traveling back and forth to Myrtle Beach, we got together, and that's what we decided at that time. That the ladies had been doing a lot of lead work. They the ones who confirmed what about the True Riders.
Okay.
They the ones who find the gay running club. They did the things that we would normally do, but of course, as our mates, they decided to assist us and make sure. So at that point in time, we decided to make them co-founders and make them part of the organization.
Do you catch a lot of slack from having a co-ed organization?
No, and I tell you this, and it's the part that I've had so many clubs come and ask me what was the good part and what was the bad part about women being in your motorcycle club.
Okay.
I've had 4 clubs that switched from being a male club became co-ed clubs.
Whoa.
And they come back and say that's the best move they ever made.
So what is it?
But they're gonna do that.
Yeah.
And I mean, and they know that. They don't.
Now let me ask you this though: are they bitching for perfection, or are they just bitching to be messy?
Well, it depends. As a man, it depends how you taking it and what mood you in at that time. Cause we have our mood swings too. We're no different from anybody else.
Do what I tell you to
right?
do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
sometimes we don't want to be. Sometimes we don't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't want to be bothered. Then you come in. You trying to be rational, but all of a sudden, I don't want to hear that shit right now. I don't want to do that. I don't do. But then all of a sudden, you sit back and you realize it, and we still go back and forth like that at the house.
Yeah.
Trying to prepare me for the other masses, because they will. You know how it goes. It's gonna get ugly sometimes, and sometimes you got to be the better person.
What is it? What is the easiest thing to tell somebody? If a person walked up to you and said, "Look, man, I want to be in a motorcycle club. What do I got to do?"
Homework. That's the easy thing to do.
Yeah.
Do your homework. And you know,
where do you get the? Because see, this is my thing right here.
I was just finna go there.
I'll
beat you to the punch.
Okay, go ahead.
But you even asked, where do you get it from?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the part that irritates me. We always talking about going to the older people.
Yeah.
You don't see the older people that often.
Yeah.
You always talk about going to the Outlaws. Okay, now we got to go into their home. And now we got to show who we are and what we are to be able to receive some information.
Yeah.
Because you got to understand, I'm not an outlaw club.
Yeah.
Don't want to be a part of an outlaw club. respect every one of them.
Yeah.
Man to man, respect every one of them. Won't say nothing negative about any of them.
Yeah.
If you want to hear something negative, you go at them and maybe they'll tell you themselves.
They will.
But the point is, said, not just local, but who travel.
Yeah.
Who travel. Listen around, let's talk around. Listen to see what goes on Facebook. How many negative people if you see negative people on Facebook, stay away from them.
Yeah.
If you see people who's trying to get knowledge, who's trying to tell you something that's proper, trying to tell you the right way to go.
This is boy, this subject right here.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing for me is what I get. Who made protocol? What the fuck is protocol? Who wrote protocol? What library is protocol in?
You've heard this before, right? If it ain't in writing,
Yeah.
it hadn't happened. Okay. And I've had arguments about that before.
Yeah.
And I don't do a whole lot of arguing. I try to go to by the facts.
Yeah.
If it ain't in writing, okay. If I come and talk to you, you tell me one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I go talk to the next person. I go to your brother in your club.
Yeah.
He gonna tell me something different, guaranteed.
Yeah.
I can go to the next brother in your club. He gonna tell me something totally different.
Yeah.
I can read it and get a better understanding because now I'm putting my own 2 cents into it. I'm putting my own mind into
So
it.
is protocol wrote down for you or is some of it?
Protocol that I get come from AMA.
Okay. So you base it off of the AMA?
I'm based off AMA because we're a 99% motorcycle club.
Okay.
I'm not an outlaw motorcycle club.
Okay.
Outlaw would tell you we differ in different states.
Yeah.
So if it's protocol, it's supposed to be for everybody.
Okay.
It's supposed to be the same from here to
So
Cali
what about
to
the
Seattle.
history? What
over to
about
Maine.
like for example, like one of the things I tell people, okay, for example, is this rule in the AMA when if you're on the highway and you pass up a group, you have to wait to get their sergeant arms to escort you past the group. Is all that kind of stuff?
That's in reference to outlaws.
Okay.
And I'll give you one better.
Okay.
We was coming back from Daytona. We stopped and got something to eat. And I was the only guy and I had all the ladies in front.
Yeah.
And we had just sat down because we saw an outlaw club inside the restaurant, which was Cracker Barrel.
Okay.
We stopped and got down, sat and got something to eat. We got on the road, and as we were coming by, we were passing the outlaw club. The lady was in front. She was leading. And she looked, and I could tell. I just sat back, I started chuckling. And she came back again. I went up, and I did this. He said, go right ahead.
No way. But the respect, it wasn't about getting
respect.
permission, it was about the respect.
Once
And you just thought y'all
again, respect.
Yeah.
Drill sergeant, I went out sergeant at drill.
Mm-hmm.
But dog, which way we going? Bam, bam, bam. I'm gonna call ahead and see, just to give respect.
Yeah.
When you call and you give respect to people, you won't have no.
And see, that's not in the book. That part right there,
No.
not in the book. But see, you gotta, if you ride your motorcycle, then these are the things you learn riding your motorcycle.
The word is in the book.
Yeah.
But just tell you how to do it and what you should do. It don't say call ahead in the book, but it always says respect your fellow bikers.
Yeah.
If you respect your fellow bikers, what you gonna do? You're gonna call ahead. It's not about you are better than me. It's not about this. It's not about that. It's about respect. And that's what I tell everybody. If I go into a Masonic lodge, they give me 3 things that I need to do. Once I go through those first 3, once I get through those, I become a standing Mason. Now I gotta get up and go to 32nd. I gotta go red house, blue house, the whole 9 yards to move forward. But it's criteria that I have to do. It's guidelines that tell me what I need to do.
Okay.
Okay? So, as a prospect, and it tells you, if you read what I call the Biker Bible, if you read it, it tells you.
Where do you get that from?
You can go to Google, put in
The
Biker
Biker
Bible.
Bible.
It'll pull it up for you. I tell that all the time.
Message.
All the time. All the time. It set things up for you.
Yeah.
As a 99% motorcycle club. It set things up for you. It gives you the definition of what a car is. It gives you a definition of what a clubhouse is. It gives you a definition of what a bike is.
Biker Bible.
The Biker Bible.
I'm gonna say it again.
Google it.
The Biker Bible. Google the Biker Bible. Man, y'all need to hit the like buttons, man. Let me know y'all watching this, man. This is some good information right here. Now, front runners started off with 9.
Actually, we started out with 13 members.
Now you got 13 chapters.
We Still working on getting 13.
Hey, well, I'm
we
just
getting
saying,
close.
that's just a figure
We're
of
getting
speech.
close. We're getting close.
How do you sit back and look at all that? How do you take it all in?
And we sit there, and we can remember when each chapter was responsible for getting their different colors embroidered.
Yeah.
So we tried to switch. We went to vest. Then we went to vest, and then the name patches became a difference. They became bigger, smaller, darker, lighter, whatever it was. So back in 2012, myself and the VP at the time, well, actually 2011, 2012, was Hustler.
Okay.
And we decided to come in and we decided to sit down. This is what I would like to see. You know, I'm talking to him because he's the mother chapter VP.
Okay.
I'm the mother chapter president at this time. So this is what I want, and I need a different bottom rocker for everybody.
Okay.
Took it, showed it to we had our conference, showed it to everybody. We voted to be one. Just this year when we was in Lafayette, that's our first anniversary. We started off all the anniversaries for front runners.
Wait. So you guys had other front runners that were different?
We had, I won't say the patch was different. The patch was the same.
Okay.
But when you put your name at the bottom, you have it embroidered. You have it on a pad. They was doing different things with it.
Okay.
And at one point, I didn't like that anymore.
Okay.
So this is what we came in and say: we're changing the vest, we're changing the patch. We want everything the same.
Okay.
So if you look at every patch, if you look at that vest right there, every patch that means anything dealing with front run, you look at that patch right there, it's just like that. The only thing is the female's patch is a little bit smaller than the male patch.
Okay.
Okay, because of the body size.
Boom. Okay.
So, but if you look at the back of that vest, you see one patch. It could say Lafayette, it could say Chattanooga, it could say Indiana, it can say Texas, it can say whatever it want to say on the back, but everything gonna look the same. You see one, you can take that vest off that and put on another. You never know it was on another person, that it came from another person, because it's the same vest. If somebody come in now, if we get the vest back and they decide to leave the club, we can take that name off the front and give it to somebody else. It's just that simple.
Okay.
We don't have to get in and argue with that dispute anymore.
So the vision, front runners. Talk about it. The 12, 13, 11, 100 chapters.
Our vision was, when we first started, is to be able to, and longevity on the bike said it means someone who's been respected, someone who's been supported, and someone who you can say rode their motorcycle.
Okay.
Those are things that we wanted to make sure people saw. We wanted to make sure that we were community or community based. If you look at some of our different websites or different Facebook pages from the different chapters,
okay,
we got streets named after because they out there picking up in their street in their community. They care.
You know you can do that. You can buy a section of the highway streets.
Yeah, and you take care.
Message.
You take care of it.
Yeah.
So those are things that we do. So we set those. We don't get out there. We don't argue with the police.
Yeah.
We came from the police background.
I mean, yeah.
We make sure that we stay the course. A lot of people don't know that. But if you decide to want to prospect for front runners,
yeah,
and all of a sudden I hear something in the background, some people back there whispering in my ear, man, you might want to check that. I think he might be a fella. When you come in, your contract or whatever you want to call it, your application, your prospect
process, whatever.
We have a prospect handbook.
Okay.
You get this. Anytime in there, once you sign it, it says in the bottom, if we decide we want to do a background check, you have to give us that background check or you have to leave the club. Fortunately, we don't have anybody that have to do that.
Yeah.
All the members we have, all the members we've had.
Has it ever been a situation by you guys being labeled maybe a police club?
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
I tell them who we are and what our makeup is and keep it moving because that's who we are.
Yeah.
I don't sugarcoat it. You don't sugarcoat it. You don't differ just so you can receive benefits. The benefits is that I am. Yeah. The benefits. Do you know how many people call me and ask me,
"Big dog, I got this ticket, man. Oh boy,
what do you think it is? Yeah. Oh, I got this case. What do you think I should do? How can I follow the procedure? I don't have no. It's that's information that I'm supposed to be able to give to people because what is law-abiding citizen.
That's what you're supposed to be.
People don't understand what they get into.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with the motorcycle set. Really, a lot of people don't know what they're getting into. Understand what you get into. Know what you're getting into. If you want to do things illegal and you want to do things anyway, you pick an organization to do that. This ain't the club.
The mob is over there, and I ain't talking about the mob motorcycle club. I'm talking about the mob dude.
I'm glad you read that right now. That came back. You heard that, right?
I got to think about
not the mob motorcycle.
Everything I say, man, is taken and escalated to the highest degree. So
respect.
Shout out to my man, the mayor. Love you, homie. And we ain't talking about the motorcycle. We're talking about the folks, man.
Yeah.
So watching the fold, watching the harvest of your seeds being dropped, dealing with all of the different makeups and dealing with all of the different DNAs, how does that weigh you down sometimes? Or does it?
It do, because one thing I always said, and the people in our club can tell you, one word I always preach is communication.
Okay.
If you communicate with me, get the hell on. Yeah. Whatever your answer is, just communicate with me.
Yeah.
Okay, I might not like it or I might love it.
Yeah.
But you never know.
But at least I got your side of the story.
But at least I got your side of the story, and I gotta understand it.
Yeah.
But just staying away, I'm going through some of that stuff now.
Okay.
You know, and if it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. But talk to me. Give me your best. Let me present myself to you as an organization leader. And then let that stuff, what I'm giving you, let it marinate a little bit, and then come back and give me an answer.
How do you deal with the prejudgment?
I don't care.
You don't care?
Mm-mm. And one thing about prejudgment is it's predetermined most of the time.
Yeah.
It's not understood, like you stated earlier.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know you. And like I say, I'm a quarterback just like anybody else. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
Do I love some of the things that I do or some of the decisions I make? No. But what I have to do is what I told you, the biggest room in the world. I look to improve on everything. You learn more from mistakes than you learn from doing things right. Because if you think it's right, you don't know if it's wrong.
Okay. The trial you went through a trying time. What, a couple of years ago? Been through 2 years
2012.
Yeah.
4 years.
How coming through that, being here now, how does that make you feel? Or was it ever even a worry or a bother to you?
Well, it was a bother to me due to the fact that who I am.
Okay.
Who I am.
Number one, yeah.
What I was.
Yeah.
Never did never, ever done anything bad to anybody. Never shied away from a question.
Okay.
They get an answer. If I get a text message, they get a response.
Okay.
If I get a phone call, they get a return call. So to understand the way people knew who I was, and then tried to twist it because of something that I wasn't even a part of, but they tried to make it that way, that show you who you're dealing with. A lot of people, like I say, people don't understand you, but people try to control you. And one thing in my life, I understand, if you control me, you control my life, and you're not going to do that.
Let me ask you this. Did it help you to kind of weed people out? Or was that even an issue for you?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. One thing in life, you learn who your friends and who's not your friends. And a person who can sit there and talk to you in your face and tell you what somebody else is saying is a person that I learned to respect more than the person who's behind my back, but then they come in your face and act like they haven't said anything. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Nobody should like that.
Because the thing about it, how can I have a problem with what you got to say? Even if it's towards me, I mean, it's your right, it's your opinion. You owe me. This is my biggest thing, and I tell everybody all the time. Listen, as a friend of mine or acquaintance or whatever, you owe me the right to deal with me first on anything concerning me.
Absolutely. Go to the source.
If you go to him first,
you're wrong.
If you call Big Dog like, man, that's some fucked up shit Sel did. He supposed to tell you what to Sel. Did you talk to Sel?
Did you talk to Sel?
And then, because once you talk to me and I say, okay, well, fuck it, it is what it is. Then you can go and say, well, hey, man, boom, 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 boom. But we got to stop that, man.
Got to stop that.
That
message.
Hey, listen here, man. Whoever, whatever, if I'm wearing the wrong colored pants and you don't like it.
Peaches will let you know if you see y'all. Peaches will let you know. What the hell you got on?
But that's one of the things I think that on the bike set that we have a lot of. And then we also have a lot of secret negotiations. I call them negotiations. They not because understand this. And that's what I tell Queen, that's what I tell me, that's what I tell everybody. Understand this. If I'll watch him cheat on his wife, he'll watch my wife cheat on me.
Absolutely.
Imagine that.
Imagine that.
Imagine that.
And
Not to mention, the same time, a lot of people always say, "Man, the set is messy." No, nigga, you messy. Because understand this. Whatever you bring to the set is what you're gonna take from the set. You feel what I'm saying? So if you got problems with relationships and women's and all that, that's you. That's what you done did.
That's you.
But all these secrets that y'all think y'all got, sleeping with so and so and so and so sleep, they not secrets.
You know what I say?
Ain't nobody just.
I'm gonna say this.
It ain't my business, but it just.
See, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay, let's go.
Who your best friend?
Here personally,
Who your best friend? Who you consider your best friend?
my dad.
Okay. Outside your dad. Let's say like if you said.
Well, like I got my boy Dirty D, my boy Heavy.
Okay, Heavy is your friend. Mm-hmm. Somebody else is Heavy best friend. Mm-hmm. Somebody is his best friend. Okay. So because I told you because you're my best friend. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna tell him because that's my best friend. Okay, I'm gonna tell him because that's my best friend. Now you thinking, but one person know. Now you got 30 people know because you.
So your best friends, best friends,
exactly.
best friends.
Exactly.
Your business.
Absolutely.
Now, with me, this how I'm gonna tell y'all, and this is what I learned. This is what Atlanta taught. This is what y'all taught me. Because where I come from in Compton, California, you mind your business or you get dealt with. Period. And it ain't they don't warn you. They ain't gonna be like, oh, you's a bitch ass. Oh, when I see you. No, you're gonna be like, hey, brother, what's going on? What the hell? So that's what y'all do a lot of pre-warning, which means really you're not gonna do nothing.
You're not gonna do nothing, absolutely.
But one thing for me is this, man. What I've learned to do, and my dad used to tell me this as a kid, you have to evaluate you. If everybody can run to you to tell you stuff, who are you?
Who are you?
Why do y'all feel so comfortable with running to me to tell me everybody business? Plus, I'm going to tell you like this. If I listen to you talk about somebody else,
I'm just as bad as you.
You going to listen to somebody else talk about me.
Absolutely.
So, these are things that we really got to stop as a generation, as a people, on a whole, because it's getting out of hand and it's getting crazy.
Now, I'm going to say this, though.
Okay.
A lot of times people can come to you to get an idea which way to go.
Okay.
So now they're coming asking for a direction. Mm-hmm. So if I'm coming to you talking about somebody, but I'm asking for guidelines, I'm asking for how should I put something, how should I approach something, that's different.
Well, you're gonna know it's different because you're gonna feel and hear the sincerity. If I come to you, I've called him, even concerning some of my own personal situations, come to you and just period, and just say, hey man, this is what I got, homie. What can you do?
Right.
Now, we all have, and I'm gonna tell you, the set that we in, the motorcycle set, the Atlanta bike set, the bike set on the whole. Everybody wanna pick the easy parts of it. What you gotta understand that the enjoyment part of it is the intricate part that has been put together that made it enjoyable for you. Mm-hmm. But it was people who backs and everybody and struggles and brain power that came together for you to have that Wednesday night bike night. Absolutely. You understand what I'm saying? So my thing is this, is that a lot of people don't even know what I'm going through. My life has been, 2-3 funerals in the last couple of months, and I'm dealing with some other stuff here. But it don't affect me like, well, why you ain't telling us? Because I got to deal with this. Whether I tell you or not, I still got to deal with it. Mm-hmm. But I said all that to say this, is that the bike set in Atlanta, what y'all don't know is this, it's a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. It really is. We have the whole entire face of the world right now. Atlanta, you got that. You got everybody in the world watching what Atlanta is doing. From getting yonder to the racing to just the culture and everything else involved. All we got to do is clean it up and start holding everybody responsible for their own. Meaning that you got to start making people tell their business to themselves instead of telling it. Understand this, the more and more and more that we start holding even our best friends and ourselves accountable, the better we can start cleaning up. Because my biggest thing is this, and one thing anybody tell you about sale, when I go to the party, I'm looking for the OGs. Mm-hmm. I'm looking for the OG. OG. And me, I don't drink. Everybody know I don't. Some people didn't know how they say you got to be drunk on some of the shit you do. But I don't drink. I don't smoke. So what I do is I see the OG in the corner. Hey man, what you drinking, OG? And I sit down and I chop it up. That's how when people say, well, how do you know all of this? And you want to be a 1%er? No, I just want to be able to maximize the situation and the stuff that I've decided to dedicate myself to. Mm-hmm. Another thing is this: when you join a motorcycle club, your whole family joins a motorcycle club. So if you're away from home and they mad, that's because you didn't let them join the club with you. That's something else for you to think about.
And I say this too, because you was on the set about rumors and different things like that. And I already tell everybody, nobody know how a rumor feel until that rumor's about them. Mm. Everybody receive and accept,
laugh and joke,
what you say and giggle and giggle. Yeah. But as soon as it's about you, hey Chris, what in the world? Where was I? How did you? But why you never thought that other person that other rumor was about that you listened to yesterday?
Yeah, and took it all in.
And you take it all in.
Phone calls.
Those are the problems that I have.
Okay.
And one thing about me as a leader, I've been blessed and I've been fortunate, and I give a lot of that to the wife.
Okay.
I give a lot of that to my club.
Okay.
And because if it wasn't for my club, I wouldn't be able to sit in front of you today and give an interview.
Okay.
So that's one thing. Those are things where I came from South Georgia, I knew about. I didn't know a whole lot about motorcycles. When I got to Atlanta, I learned a lot about motorcycles. So I had to reinvent a new hobby, but have to get knowledge on my own. She'll tell you, I'll be up at 2 o'clock in the morning. When I was working the shift, getting off at 12 o'clock, I was up to 4 o'clock. While I'm watching TV, watching Sports Center, I'm sitting there just browsing the internet. And I'm learning. I'm reading about stuff. I know about things that have happened in different places, but do you see me out in the street spreading what happened? Did you hear about this? Pick up. I don't do that. Those are things that you learn not to do. When you learn how to handle your...
I'm learning, trust me, because a lot of y'all that I thought was I was helping you and you end up...
when you learn and then you speak it, I've been blessed enough and fortunate enough to speak at 10 to 11 of the PRO convention.
Yeah.
Because I'm giving you knowledge of what I know. And if I don't give you what I know, the first thing I tell you, this is big dog opinion.
Yeah.
Now, this is the way I feel. You can take it and get it from somewhere else if you want, but this is what I'm giving you. But if it's knowledge that comes from a book, if it's coming from a book, it's in writing. To me, the case closed. Of course, you got different books here, you got different books here, you got different... But just like this motorcycle
like the Bible, you got 18,000 different versions of the Bible.
Absolutely.
Whichever one you want to read, just read it. Just read it and find you some Jesus. I don't care how you read it and find you some Jesus. New contemporary, old English. Just get there.
New Roman, old Roman. But the thing is, you have to learn how to crave.
Okay.
Anything you do, crave. When you first did your first ride, the first thing you said, I want to go further. The next thing you said, you got that point, what's the first thing, next thing you said? I want to go further. When you did 10 states, you said, I want to do 15 states. When I do 20 states, I want to get better. What's that word again? Improvement. Okay. You want to improve on what you did.
The biggest room in the world.
There's room for improvement.
Bottom line. Yeah. Now, when you take all of that, we here is 2016, I believe. When you take all of that from 2009, no, I mean, you go back, 2005, right?
They can't start with January 2004. When we got blessed, we actually started 3.
You take that to, he's still here. I just thought, 2004, he's still here, and he's still wearing a president's title. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all think these titles is the lick. Oh my God, y'all think these titles is the lick. Would you tell them about these titles?
Let me tell you something.
He's still here, man. He's still here and insane. That's what I'm talking about.
I've been front runners. I was voted in by my club.
Okay.
Voted when we first started.
Okay.
We want you to be president. I was president for 11 years. I stepped away from being president to take over the nation because I knew we had enough. We had the chapters. Once we received enough chapters, I wanted to build our club. Okay. But when you're talking about sustaining, you want to sustain the organization. You the mother chapter, you the founder, you the beginner. You got to be involved. And when you talk about president, And I never forget two things. I can remember B-Rock. We was going to an event in the truck. He did it twice. He said, "Big dog, you're a smart young man."
Okay.
He said, "But you don't have to answer every question as soon as they ask you. As soon as they ask you the question." And I thought, I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "I know the answer." Make them think that you're gonna think about it. When you leave and you come back 24, 48, 72 hours, there's two things that took place. You made them think you went home and thought about their question. So that means you put them in a position, he didn't forget about me.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you come back, you answer the question, you came back and you brought them some resolvement to whatever the issue was, whatever their concern was.
Okay.
You helped them get away from it, move forward, or give them an idea how to handle something. Or you gave them how to be directed.
Okay.
So you did a lot of things there.
And I never,
just jumping right there. And I remember that. And then I can remember
I can see another angle of that too, is because it also kind of make you seem like a smarty pants. He think you know everything, so you eliminate that. Well, he went and found out, and and then I can see that. I got that.
Then you show that you're concerned. About each one.
I took the time out to go find out. Yeah.
And then at the clubhouse, I was in there.
We'll talk about that next. This clubhouse thing. Boy, hold on. He said you was the president.
I was the president. I was cleaning up.
You president. Okay.
And the lady came and asked me. She said, "What are you doing? Don't you have pride?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "You got members here?" I was like, she said, "You got 3,000 members and you clean up." You set the example. I would never do nothing that I wouldn't ask my members to do.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna ask you to do it, I done did it already.
Mm-hmm.
If I ask you a question, I'm not gonna say, "Hey, I want you to go do this. Take your butt over there and do this. Take your A over there and do this. Hey, come help me out. I need some help."
Yeah.
I'm with you. We put up tents every year. You know who won the first one day every morning? That president. That national president. If you say you need this, I volunteer my services. Because when you lead and you work.
But can it also be the other side of, like for me, man, and this is one of my biggest things, is I got to find out how to not be so in love with my club. Because I take on everybody. I take on because I want it done right, and I want it done, and not that I ain't saying you ain't gonna do it, but you just ain't gonna do it like I do it because you don't love it like I love it, type of thing.
But you have to give them a chance. No. This is what you do.
I got you. I'm learning.
This is what you do.
I'm learning.
You timestamp everything. Your anniversary in July. Third weekend in July. Yeah, third weekend in July. When you do that anniversary, all right, I need everything done June 1st. I need John Boy to do this. I need Jason to do this. I need Jonathan to do this.
Yeah.
This is what I need you to do. I need you to come back and give me some results. If you don't need to give it to somebody else, or you have an opportunity to make it righteous yourself. Because if you wait till the day before and it's not done, now you're stressed. Now you're wondering what can get done. Always give yourself room to breathe. Always give yourself room to breathe. I tell presidents and I tell everybody, every year we have our conference.
Yeah.
Create opportunities for your club.
Yeah.
Create opportunities for your members. Let your members give you information. We get ready to do our conference in June. That Friday of our anniversary. Yeah. I already sent out a message through the National Secretary. What do you want to see discussed at this meeting? Give it to me in a timely, and I'm asking now, so to give me a timely manner to where I can do some research. If it's something that I already don't know.
Yeah.
Give me an opportunity.
And we do know stuff gonna come up at the last minute, but at least I got the bulk of the agenda.
The bulk of the agenda done.
Yeah.
But most of the stuff that's gonna come up is gonna come from a question that you already have on the agenda. So what you put on the agenda, you already prepared for. You prepared for it.
Let's talk about the governing. Let's talk about how states are governed, or cities, states, or whatever. Here we have the Georgia Council. Texas, they got the chain, and every state got their own little get out. What is that for? What is that whole purpose of that?
Being an ex-member of the Georgia Council,
okay,
I have a good understanding of what the council is supposed to be.
Okay,
is the council there? Honestly, I don't think so.
Okay.
Can the council get there? Of course it can.
Yeah.
But it takes whoever's on that council, and it takes every president to have an understanding. And I've talked to this. First thing first, we're not an outlaw club.
Okay.
Outlaws shouldn't be involved in this thing because this is the issue.
Call from wireless caller.
If I am being supported, if I'm a support club of Outcasts, I'm a support club of Wills.
Yeah, they
All of them shifts to go through the council to get the same knowledge, same understanding, go through the same process. Checking to make sure colors are the same.
Okay.
Making sure this are the same. Making sure that you got the right name, making sure that you have the right numbers. Making sure you understand what is the Georgia protocol.
Okay.
Okay? But if I'm Outcast, if I'm Sin City, if I'm Chosen Few, if I'm Thunder God, if I'm Hell Lovers, it's different from each one of them.
Okay.
Okay? My thing is, my wish is that they can sit down and say, Georgia Council, this is what y'all need to do. I need one member from each one of our clubs to sit in to tell us what y'all want us to do. We vote on it. The majority win. We go by it. We're not following. I'm not going to follow Outcast rules. I'm not following Chosen Few rules.
Yeah.
But we're going to follow the rules for the council because your rules don't supersede our rules.
Okay.
You follow what I'm saying? So once I put things into play.
So are they there? So their main purpose will be just really for knowledge.
For knowledge. Or
Not to give direction, but for knowledge.
if that club, say, if I'm going through Chosen Few, that's who's going to bless me in.
Okay.
Chosen Few going to bless me in. All right, this is what you need to do. You need to give it to council. These are the things that you have to do to be considered before the final blessing.
Okay.
I'm going to bless you to start, but before you get that final blessing to wear them colors. That rag, if you don't do these, if you don't follow this direction, and they come back and give me a report that this, and this wasn't done, and you decide to do this, and this, you're not going to get that final blessing.
So, speaking of the blessing part of it, do you think it should only be one club to do all the blessing, or you don't have a problem with all
It should be a
of it?
panel.
Yeah.
But see, this is the issue. Born Losers not going to come in because it's a bunch of bull. Born Losers is the oldest club in Georgia.
In Georgia.
They're the oldest club in Georgia. They want to support everybody. They support everybody. Born Losers don't care who you are, where you come from, this and this. This is our club.
Yeah.
This is my clubhouse. I pay the bills. Nobody else do. If you want to come over here, you come over here. But you got not outlaws, but you got people that want to be a part of the council that want to take it to another level. But if you're able to bring everybody together, it can work. You have to bring everybody together to work. And everybody have to sit down.
I think for me, personally experiencing the council, the only problem I had with it was even the stuff that was voted on could not stand.
That and that part. I just talked to J-Dog.
Yeah.
Lord J-Dog left because he got passion.
Okay.
But you have to have consistency. Passion without consistency is not
Yeah.
it's not going
It's
to
like
work.
faith without works.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So don't say we're not going to do this. 2 months later saying we're going to do this. 30 days later saying we're going to do this. 15 days later saying we're going to do this. And the same thing. Concerning the same thing.
Yeah.
No. You screwing up the clubs that have done everything it's supposed to do 9 yards. Keep it consistent. Stay with that. Don't change it. Because now you're confusing everybody. You're confusing the masses.
Yeah.
And when you start confusing people, then you start having more issues. Then you have people that start falling to the wayside. You have people falling out. But then we, as presidents, as leaders, we got to come in and understand what we're trying to get done. The council is.
So what is it? So that's what I'm saying.
What is the council?
What is the council? What is the purpose of the council?
Supposed to sit there and make sure that you have the number of members to be a motorcycle club. I can go on record and tell everybody today, front runners have one non-rider, but she's licensed rider. She have ridden. Supposedly she gonna ride again, but she had a fall. Her and her husband decided, no,
Right now.
gotta respect that. Gotta respect that. Out of all the members we have, one. You copy that message. One.
Out of 30,000 members.
One. But what we do, we out there. Don't tell me we're not going to do a count because you haven't been called out. Every weekend, 2 or 3 times during the week, you see front runners on their bike, in the cold,
Well, I'm glad you said
getting
that.
splendors. Getting blisters.
Because that's what I told somebody the other day, right? Okay. If I haven't seen you, you ain't riding no motorcycle. I'm just, if I done pulled up and like, hey, who they knew, huh? And what up, Sal? And you know me, but I don't your logo. And when I say you, I'm saying your logo, your club. But and again, that's just me. That's again, trust me. I don't know everybody. I don't know everything, but I'm just saying.
But this is hot and heavy. First, I want to let everybody know, everything that I've said today, I've spoken to other people.
Yeah,
I've spoken to leaders of the council. I've spoken to outlaw clubs about this because they understand me. One thing I won't go into what they talked about, but I go into what I talked about.
Yeah,
that's being respectful. But the other thing is that the council is there to monitor colors.
Okay.
And why is that important? This is not calling one person.
Why is that important?
Because one, you got people that's trademark.
Okay.
Two, you got people. That's to me. That's first because that's legal.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm on the legal side. So that's legal. Second, is you got a club that might have done something horrible. They might be on the most wanted FBI list. Now all of a sudden they see that same color, they see that same name. Now all of a sudden you've been investigated and being put on the list, but they didn't have nothing to do with that. So it takes that away too.
Do you ever get the question of who are you to tell me how I can ride my bike?
Of course you do.
Yeah.
I don't tell you how to ride. I don't tell you how many people you got to have to be a motorcycle club.
Yeah.
I didn't say to be a rider.
I'm gonna give you this. Is what I tell everybody else. You can ride your motorcycle and do whatever the hell you want to do. You can do that, but don't join the organization and then want to change the rules or not abide by the rules or not follow the rules. You can't do that. You can't join the Boy Scouts but don't want to wear the uniform.
There you go. You
know what I'm saying? You just can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't join the Boy Scouts, but I ain't wearing that shit. But Boy Scouts.
Can't join the Mason and not go through 3 degrees.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, message because I don't know nothing about that.
Can't do that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying about the motorcycle set. It don't look for you at all. I ain't never seen a motorcycle set go look for nobody. You feel what I'm saying? We doing us and you peep over the fence and I want to do what they do. So with that being said, I'm just saying, the motorcycle set ain't never went and said, hey you, come over here. Yeah, it ain't never did that. You always, what they doing over there? And then you brought your ass in.
There you go.
So this is my thing. Stop joining the organization that already has rules set in place from however, nigga, I don't care if you join the rules are 10 days old. They there already.
They're there already.
But you want to join the motorcycle community, but don't want to follow none of the rules or don't want to care about nobody else. You can't do that, man.
Can't do that.
You can. So now, when people are coming at you about, ain't nobody telling you or trying to manhandle you or do whatever. Dude, you can't do what you're doing because you joined this organization. This organization didn't join you. It's different if I put a gun in my head and say, hey, or so-and-so, hey, yeah, you going to join. You put them colors on. Now I can understand your fuss or fight about not doing this and not doing that. But the motorcycle community ain't never joined nobody. You joined the community,
the community.
We ain't never went there. It ain't never went and looked for you. It ain't got in your business. It ain't done none of that. You done did all that. Whatever business that you got in the motorcycle community, you put it out there.
You put it out there. You know what I tell everybody? Everybody say, but this person didn't do this. This person did. You know what I tell them? Only one person you can control. That's yourself. If you do what you're supposed to do, let me say, you do what you're supposed to do, 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 you do what you sign up to do, you do what you're supposed to do. Now all of a sudden, we got 30 organizations that's thriving.
And that's another thing I tell everybody, say, Sal, man, I'm going to join the club, man, what do I need to know? Be the best member you can be. Learn how to be a member first. Don't even worry about, learn how to follow rules, learn how to be dictated, learn how to listen, learn how to evaluate, learn that first. And then, before you even get there, do you know how to ride your motorcycle? No, I got a No, it's different from having a motorcycle and ride and being able to ride a motorcycle. It's two different things. So it's a whole lot of stuff that you should have to do. A lot of these clubs that's out here now, you're grabbing members and don't even care if they can ride or not. He got a bike, so he must know how to ride. Oh, for real? You had a car, and your daddy had a car for you waiting at 12. He was 12 when you got the car, but you couldn't get it till you 16. So because you had a car, you know how to drive? No. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, man, that's one of the things I tell everybody. That's my biggest argument, homie, is the motorcycle set didn't join you. You joined the set. So whatever rules are in place, whatever they are, you got to abide by them.
Got to abide by them.
You got two choices.
Keep it simple.
Like it.
I'll leave.
And stay, or don't, and get the fuck on. But don't be messing up mine and harassing me are all in my lane
That's
because
right.
you don't want to understand the rules of the game. So that's one of the biggest things. Again, I want to thank my man, Big Dog, for being there, homie. It's so much knowledge. We're gonna continue this. Man, you already know I can act this, man. It's so much. And we really, I was gonna tear y'all head off tonight, but I'm just let y'all grace y'all with this. There's a lot of information in here. Give them about the book again that they need to go to.
Biker's Bible is out there, and a lot of people have got this, has received it from me, and you know, I'm gonna give you the biggest
Another one
compliment.
too, Robert Rules of Order.
Robert Rules of Order. That's how to run a meeting, how to do things, how to get a vote through the whole 9 yards.
Let me clear this up. I didn't tell you this what the fuck you gotta do. We're just giving you suggestions.
Options. Giving you options.
To be a better, whatever it is you're trying to be.
That's it.
And a lot of y'all, I'm gonna say this. A lot of y'all don't have to be MCs. You could be a RC. Then you ain't gotta worry about no rules or none of that. None. See, the thing about it is this.
I'm gonna correct you. You got to worry about rules because
Okay.
you should have it within your organization.
Yeah.
But you don't have to worry about the MC rules.
Yeah.
There
So
you go. Okay.
I'm just listen. You bought your bike. You pay your note. Don't nobody tell you what the fuck to do, this and that. Then don't get into my community or my organization. I ain't saying my club. I said my organization, my community. Don't get in there and then all of a sudden you want to just go buck wild and change that. We have to stop doing it. And we have to start making people accountable. The man gave you a suggestive book to read. He didn't say this is what you got to read, and if you didn't read it, you're a dummy. He didn't say that. Robert Rules of Order give you a guideline on how to properly formulate a meeting. Well, who is Robert? Nigga, I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. But I'm telling you, these are the questions I'm finna. I'm just
Absolutely.
telling you. Yeah, nigga, you don't know Robert. Robert could have been and he
Tell
probably
him
could have been. Yeah, but anyway, again, take the time, learn, do all the time. The prospects period is really not for you. It's not for the club. It's really for you.
For you.
For you to understand that is this the organization that I want to be a part of. There's nothing wrong from walking away from a prospect period or at the end of the period and say, you know what, hey, I'm cool. A lot of y'all become prospects and because you went through so much you just stay, but you're totally unhappy. That's not fair to your club. And it's definitely not fair to you. So, again, I want to thank him, thank his wife, my fam bam. They here for me. And we're going to continue this, man. We got so much more we're going to do. Go ahead.
One last thing. I did last year and this year, I did a lot of stuff on leadership.
Okay.
And it's to put people in the right perspective.
Okay.
90% of it came from other resources.
Okay.
The rest of it is what I've done, life experiences.
He got
what
11
I've learned.
years. He's still here. And he's sane. So.
And the thing is, I've given that to so many people, but I think Black Sabbath, the Dragon, and Flaming Nights, I just got them again, but they gave me chills because they have followed me twice speaking, and they say just follow what he said.
Yeah.
That's my story. And
So so that's part of this. What I'm trying to tell you, that's part of somebody that's coming to the set and has given the set something. A lot of y'all come to the set just to take. Start reevaluating your mind. What can you give the set? What can I leave the set with? What can I do for the set? Because the set is already done for you. It already gave you a home. It already gave you a brotherhood. It already gave you friends that you don't know nothing about. Listen, man. See, I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. When you join a motorcycle club, I don't care what club it is you join, whether it be Front Runners, Kings of the South, Rare Breed, it's bigger than your club.
bigger than your club.
Way bigger.
Yep.
You have thousands amongst thousands of brothers and sisters. Also, the reason why you join a motorcycle club is not because you have a motorcycle, but because you love the fellowship of the people that do the same thing you do, which is ride your motorcycle. So
to finish this up, if you need anything pertaining to that, anything leadership, I don't care if you have a question, you just want to sit down and talk, just break bread, whatever you want to do. You ask this. I don't give out who I've talked to because that's their business and my business. But I've talked to a lot of clubs, and it's because I've had the blessing from God the opportunity to learn and the drive to know the most that I can learn. And as long as I can continue to give back to you or to help you to have an issue that you might have and I can bring closure to that issue, that's what I feel good about. I tell my club members, they say, man, you relax, you sit back. I say, no, if you smiling, I'm smiling. You just might not see it. Because if people I'm around is happy, that makes you happy. Because if you're around a lot of sad people, you're in the wrong place. So you got to put yourself around people that can have a good time, know how to party. I don't drink, so I'm able to drive. I'm able to get on that bike. Whatever need to be done, they don't have to worry about me, but I'm going to worry about them. But always put yourself in the position to have good people in leadership. Have good people to support you. Have good people to protect you. And have good people in place. And you get out there and you learn those things, you're going to be better. But always try to improve daily. That's what I can tell everybody. I want to give thanks again to the wife, give thanks again to the club, give thanks again to the my other chapters. You guys are
Nation.
where I'm at. Yeah, that's what we call it, Front Runner Nation. And then I want to give thanks to America. Because my goal is to touch America, not just Atlanta. It's to touch America.
To the motorcycle community, wherever you are.
That is. That part. I thank y'all. I appreciate it. Once again, my big
We're
brother.
going to do this again, man, because it's so much
Eminem,
stuff.
Big Cell,
All them at Big Cell,
HNIC, FHO,
Elemental P,
whatever, all that. Ain't no particular order either.
Hey, man, and understand this, man. You could call me whatever you want to call me, homie.
There it is.
But you better not call me late for dinner. You understand me? That part right there, man. Hey, man, we love y'all, man. Thank you for tuning in. Again, the man said you can reach out to him if you have any questions. It's so much more. We're gonna have to do this again because this just felt so right. So, yeah, if you thought he wasn't gonna answer,
And thanks to DJ Dirty because you giving me a lot of opportunity to be heard across the world. I appreciate everything you've done.
Dirty the other day?
Oh man, I see everything. I watch everything. Like I say, I don't comment on a lot. I see everything.
I thought everybody think you write down these questions. This is from my heart, homie. I'm asking what y'all scared to ask, and it's only because I really want to know myself. So it is what it is, man. It's your boy Big Cell FHOH, and I see the Queen had to go. Yeah, I'm gonna deal with her. She gonna
get ready to get
when she get
choked
back,
out.
she gonna set her neck right there. You know what I'm and we loving life, man. Keep it motorcycling. Remember this: if you can't put on your motorcycle,
I heard that.
yeah, if you can't strap it down and put it on your bike, don't worry about it.
Just leave without it.
That part right there. Big Cell FHOH, and I see, and I'm gone, man.